Man, 2015 has been a great year for video games, and it's really made up for the lack of good titles we've seen throughout 2014. Whether it's all the RPGs, first-person shooters, and even a few good platformers, we've seen a vast majority of great titles this year, and I've been excited to finally talk about my top 10 favorite games of 2015. Kicking off the list is Yoshi's Woolly World for the Wii U. I've always been a fan of previous Yoshi games, like Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo or Yoshi's Story for the Nintendo 64, and this game did a great job following in their footsteps. Though Woolly World didn't change much to the Yoshi series formula, it did give the title a great graphic overhaul, and incorporated a graphic style seen in a previous Nintendo title, Kirby's Epic Yarn. I really hope Nintendo continues to use this graphic style and their other IPs, like the Super Mario series or even Donkey Kong. The amiibos that come with the game are also pretty cool too, I can't forget that. There really isn't much to say about this game, but overall it's a great title and it definitely deserves a spot on the list. Keep it up, Nintendo. I like what you did this year. At number 9, we have this year's horror title, Until Dawn. This game is great on your first playthrough, and does offer some decent replayability. You truly feel like you're in a horror film, and this game's mechanic of your choices impacting the game's outcome makes it even more realistic. I spent hours with my roommates making different choices to see what different outcomes we would get. I will say after your first playthrough, Until Dawn does start to get a bit dull. But you do have to keep in mind this game was originally supposed to be a PlayStation 3 title. Nonetheless, they turned this title into a great current generation gem. I'm excited to see where 2016 or 17 will bring this series, with possibly a sequel or even a spin-off title. Who knows? What I do know is I really enjoyed my playthrough of Until Dawn, and everyone should take the time to give this title a shot. This year's Assassin's Creed Syndicate did a great job making up for last year's Unity. Though this title in my opinion didn't do much to change up the regular Assassin's Creed formula, what it did do was offer a great storyline and some beautiful next generation graphics. I'm still waiting and hoping for that new Assassin's Creed title that will top Brotherhood or even the Ezio trilogy in general, but Syndicate will definitely hold me off until we get that. The mechanics are solid, the characters and plot points are well done, and like I mentioned before, the game looks great. With that said, I'm excited to see what Ubisoft will bring us next year, or the year after that, and I give Syndicate the 8th spot on this list. I've always been a fan of the Xeno series, especially the original Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii. To be honest, I wasn't very sure we would get to see a new Xeno game anytime soon, but I'm glad to say that we did with Xenoblade Chronicles X for the Wii U. I remember watching Nintendo's presentation at E3 this year with my good friend and fellow content creator PrimeHylian, and we were absolutely stoked to hear more about this game. And that's why I thought it would be a good idea to feature Prime on this video today, to give his opinion on why this title deserves a spot on the top games of 2015.
What? Xenoblade Chronicles X is a game that's captivated me more than any other in a long time.
Not only is it incredibly vast, with ridiculous amounts of unique areas, enemies, weapons, and far more than I can list here, but with how much depth and detail there is to everything, it's so easy to get lost in this massive game. From the depth of the navigation on the gamepad, to customizing your party's skills, the content within this game feels endless. Sure, it's not absolutely perfect, with a couple of things like load times for example, but from how much love and passion has clearly gone into this game, we can forgive it. If you're a fan of JRPGs or RPGs in general, this game is a must-own. This game is the reason I bought a Wii U, and I'm yet to find any signs of regret.
Yeah, what he said. Thanks, Rob. Damn, Nintendo really brought some well-needed great titles to the Wii U's library this year, and Splatoon is one of them. First-person shooters are usually very serious games, both graphically and technically, but Splatoon puts a completely different take on the genre. With cartoony graphics and fun gameplay, this title surprised everyone when it won Best Multiplayer and Shooter Awards at this year's 2015 Video Game Awards. Though I don't play Splatoon as much anymore, I must say it's a really fun game, with a great competitive multiplayer community, and the title really gave the Wii U that huge competitive multiplayer game it needed, other than Mario Kart 8 and Smash of course. Without a doubt Splatoon deserves a spot on this list, and I'm happy to have included it at the number 6 spot. Let me draw something out for you. You love Mario, right? Well, let me introduce you to Super Mario Maker for the Wii U. This game lets you make your own Mario levels. How cool is that? This title is fantastic and offers loads of fun with endless creation tools, as well as the option to download and play other people's created levels as well. The amiibo function is also really cool too, as it allows you to play as all of your favorite video game characters, like Mega Man, Star Fox, or even Sonic in a Mario level. Who thought we'd ever see something like that? This title shows that not every game needs to have AAA graphics or gameplay, and sometimes just has to simply be fun. This is the 4th Wii U game on the list, so it really shows Nintendo took advantage of the fun factor this year. And for that, I'll meet Super Mario Maker halfway at number 5. Nintendo, keep doing what you do best, making games that are all about having fun. At number 4 we have the long-awaited Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. This is a beautiful game, and the list would not be the same without it. Some may call it a crawling simulator, and some might call it a masterpiece, but MGS5 is definitely one of the top 10 games of 2015. The Phantom Pain comes jam-packed with the plot, the gameplay, and the atmosphere we all look for in an MGS game. And despite all the drama with Kojima and Konami, this was a great parting gift. From the beginning to the end, this game delivers and keeps you wanting more and more, and in my opinion, Metal Gear Solid 5 really lives up to the previous titles in the series. Maybe one day Kojima and Konami can put their differences aside to give us another Metal Gear Solid game, but for now, if this is the last one, I guess I'll deal with it. With that said, I'm happy to give MGS5 the number 4 spot on the list. Bloodborne, the latest installment in the Souls franchise. It's a game very similar to Dark Souls, but at a quicker pace and in a different setting. The game is definitely different than the previous installments, but still has strong elements from them inside it. like its atmosphere and lots of the combat and exploration. Yharnam, the game's setting, is incredibly interesting and intriguing. The lore and the environments are engrossing, and it really gives off a strong atmosphere as you play. It's a very well-paced game, and has a playtime of about 60 hours. I almost forgot to include this title, and I'm sure I'd get some pretty mean comments if I didn't. Nonetheless, go play Bloodborne if you haven't already, and you won't be disappointed. Fallout 4 was very close to taking the #1 spot today, but because of its late 2015 release, I don't think it would be very fair. This title is absolutely stunning, and greatly built upon the Fallout gameplay formula. Everyone I know is talking about this game, and has already put 30 to 50 hours into it. Bethesda, like always, really delivered with this one, and it made up for this year's previous release, The Elder Scrolls Online, which I enjoyed, but I think we can all agree wasn't up to Bethesda's caliber. I'm not even that huge of a Fallout fan, and I can see this game as a masterpiece, and being a huge Elder Scrolls fan, it got me really stoked to see what Bethesda's gonna pump out next. To be honest, we haven't even scratched the surface with Fallout 4 yet, as there's still going to be DLC. The gameplay is fantastic, the character creation and graphics is also stellar, and the main storyline and side quests kick ass. I, like everyone else, love this game, and cannot wait to see what the DLC will bring us. Thank you, Bethesda. Thank you very much. You guessed it. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt absolutely, without a doubt, steals Game of the Year with its #1 spot. Anyone who has played this game knows, and anyone who disagrees simply hasn't taken the time to play The Witcher 3. I'll be honest with you. This is the best current RPG I've played in a long time. The side quests, the gameplay, the graphics, the presentation in general is completely top-notch, and in my opinion, this title has shaped the genre for the future RPGs to come. I've played the shit out of this game, and have zero regrets doing so. I have to admit, I haven't really played the previous Witcher games before this, but this title intrigued me to want to go back and experience them. I personally took a little break from RPGs in 2015, and playing this title really reminded me what makes the genre so much fun. Vast open worlds, great characters and storylines, and the feeling like I can do anything I want. I could continue to go on and on, but instead I'm going to simply invite you to experience what I did by playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This game steals and deserves its #1 spot. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I know it's been a while since I've posted anything, but I thought I'd kick off the new year with this new video. With that said, I just want to say thank you for supporting this channel throughout 2015, and I do want to say I plan on making 2016 a better year for the channel by uploading much more often. I'd say you can expect a video maybe 2 times a month from now on. Either way, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd also like to give a thanks to my buddy PrimeHylian for helping out. His channel's pretty cool too, so I'd check him out. I'll leave a link in the description. If you did enjoy this video, you can help me out by giving it a like, and if you're new, maybe even subscribe. I'm TheSkullKid, and I'll see you guys next time.